So welcome to yoga this morning. We're going to have a nice strong leg flow today. So we're going to start off nice and easy, taking a couple of minutes to breathe and to be present within ourselves and to give people a chance to join us. So just start. We're going to take Yana Mudra, which is your first finger and your thumb together on both hands, and then opening your palms up to the sky for some inspiration. You can close your eyes here. You can keep them open. Center yourself and bring your thoughts to your breath. During our yoga practice, we're going to try and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So just take a moment to connect with your breath. Two more breaths here. And when you're ready, you can bring your right hand to the floor beside you. Stretch your left hand up and over. Now try not to collapse with the chest. You want the armpit open, the eye gaze up, bending through the elbow that's on the floor, the hand. Reach. Feeling a nice stretch to the side of the body on the left hand side. Now focusing on the breath. Changing sides, so bring that hand to the floor, lift and open. So many times we collapse through the chest, and especially if you do a lot of work on the computer, so make sure you're opening up, you're lifting the chest and bring your drishti to your hands. And slowly come back up. We're going to rock forward into tabletop position, bring your knees back, so all fours. Let's use this space to just move the hips organically, whatever way feels right for you, side to side. Have a little movement with the neck, look over at your toes. And let's start to bring some circles into the body. Use your breath here. Change direction. And if you feel any pain into the kneecap, just hold it nice and steady. Doing your neutral spine. And then come forward and back. Let the hips fall slightly in and push. And let's settle in tabletop. Make sure that your hands, your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And let's do some nice cat-cows to stretch our back on this Friday morning. So we're going to breathe in. Let the hips sink and bring the eye gaze up. Exhale, we turn to cat, so we stretch through our upper back, rounding the back, bring the eye gaze to the knees, and then reverse it again. Well done. And a little push to the back. All the way up. And one more time. Tuck your toes in underneath, lift the heels and push back. From here, little pedal with the legs. Find the stillness within. Hold it nice and steady and lift the hips high. gently bring your eye gaze forward. Bring your right leg forward. So from here, I need you to bring your hands gently gently placed onto the floor. Now we're starting here with our high lunge, but we're going to bring the knee back down to the floor. We're going to start and make it a little bit easier for ourselves, and we've lots of time to progress in here. So breathe in, and if you have the stability to bring the arms up, lift. Bring the hands into Anjali. Bring the eye gaze up and a gentle lean back. Now breathing in and out through the nose. Gently come forward. And we're going to come into our lizard pose. So all we need to do is bring our hands to the inside of the knee, and then we're going to come down and hold it here. Now the idea is to bring that back knee back a tiny little bit, and to see if we have any room to get a little bit deeper in here. So bringing the elbows closer to the floor, and we hold the position. We're really stretching the inner thigh here, opening the hip, stretching. You need to send your breath to the hip. So deep breath in through the nose, and cleansing breath out through the nose. Push back up on your hands, tuck your back toe, and gently push back into your Ardha Mukha Savasana, which is your down dog. Hold it. 2 more breaths. Eye gaze forward. Step your left foot forward. Gently place the hands. Lower the back knee. Untuck the toe. And if you have the stability to come up, bring the hands into Anjali. Bring the eye gaze up. Gently lean back. Now don't hold your breath. Gently bring the hands back to the inside of that foot. Now that might be enough for you, listening to your body, listening to your hips, how deep you can stretch, that might be just enough for you. Or maybe you can come a little bit lower, pushing your body into that leg to really stretch out. Two more breaths. Gently come back up. Untuck the toe or tuck the toe, and let's lift the hip back into Ardha Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Breathe and hold. So let's start to challenge those legs a little bit more today. Breathe in. Eye gaze forward as we lift the right leg in. We're coming up into Virabhadrasana 2. So you're going to angle the back heel so it places down onto the floor, and there's a straight line from the front heel to the mid-arch. Now coming up with the bent knee, hands on the hips. So if they're facing me, I want you to draw your hand on the back hip so that they're nice and straight and opening to the wall in front of you. Bring it out to the side, yeah? Okay, so bend the front knee. It's hard when I'm wearing black actually because you can't really see. Hold it here. The hips are open. The knee is over your ankle in the front leg, and your back leg is strong. Hold it and bring the arms up to the side of the body. Now let's have a little look behind the body at the back arm. You want it in line with the shoulders, the fingertips stretched away. Then turn your palm upside down, so facing the sky. Deep down to the legs, root down to the foot in front. That's it. And bring your eye gaze now to the very front. Look out over your fingertips. Get a little bit lower. Well done. Bring your hands in front of your chest and Anjali. So from here, we're going to do a revolved Virabhadrasana 2. Strong warrior 2 with the revolve so that we can detoxify our organs. Great for your digestion. So we lean forward and we're going to hook the elbow onto the outside of that leg. So that can be very challenging, and if it is too challenging, stay here. Okay? So bending the knee, revolving around. Holding it steady. Feeling that deep twist across the abdominal area to really focus on digesting, aiding your digestion, detoxifying your organs, getting ready for the weekend ahead. For 3 breaths. Now I know it's a challenge, but I've given you your option. Slowly come up. Well done. Hold it here in the center. Bend that knee. I know it's hard to get in there. Hold it. Outstretch the arms. Flip the back hand. And we're going to revolve. So we lean back. Gently place that hand onto the back thigh. Very gently. And then we come forward. Try that again. Back. All the time, the depth in the legs. Forward. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot. Push back to your down dog. Well done. Aren't we blessed that we have 2 legs? And we get to do that all over again. So this time we step forward with the left leg. Eye gaze in. The back heel we bring to the floor and we angle so that our front heel and our back arch line up. Knee is over the front ankle. And we root down to the feet so our power comes from our feet. We breathe in, we lift. We bring the hands onto the hips. We open to the wall. Now as you open, make sure the knee stays out. We sink low. Now when you're ready, bring the arms up and open. Bring your hands to have a little look behind you at the back arm. Flip the palm so that it reaches for the ceiling. And then bring your eye gaze forward to me. Look out over that 3rd middle finger. Get deeper through your legs. Breathe in. Well done. Hold it nice and steady. Nice and low. And now let's try Virabhadrasana 2. Revolve. Bring the hands to Anjali. Deep down, root down. Lean forward and hook the elbow onto the outside of the opposite arm. And lift the chest. Now breathe in and think about the goodness that you're doing for your midsection. The revolve is detoxifying those organs. You're getting a nice stretch to the spine. You're breathing in and you're cleansing the body. Now root down to the feet. One more breath. Bring the hands to the heart. Gently revolve and sink in. Well done. Now stretch out those arms for me. Come up if you need to on the legs. But we're going straight back down. So bend the front knee. Lean in. Make sure that hip is open. The knee is out. Flip the back hand so that the palm reaches for the sky. Eye gaze to the front. And now from here, we lift the body. Bringing the back hand to gently touch the back leg. And then we flow forward, breathing in. Exhale, come back. Inhale and lift. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Then bring the hands back to the floor. Gently rotate those hips and push back into your down dog. Ardha Mukha. This is our resting pose, but it's an inversion for your spine. So this will maintain a nice juicy spine by helping the blood flow. Now bring your awareness back to your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's try. Bring the right leg forward, so eye gaze comes forward. You gently lift the right leg, that's in, and you're going to stay in your lunge position like we practiced earlier with the knee on the floor. If you need to take that knee down, do it now. But if you feel like you have the strength to go for this, keep the heel up now. Push your weight back to the heel. Tighten up your quad. Gently lift the body up. Sink into that hip. Eye gaze up if you can. Stretch your hands out to the body, around behind you. Interlace your fingers and let's stretch the chest. Now open the throat if you can. Rooting down to the feet. Gently undo those hands. Breathe in. Keeping the strength in the legs, bring the arms up. Now if you're struggling, drop the knee to the mat. Lean forward, everybody. And let's try and do a little baby back bend. Breathe in and let gently pull back. Exhale forward. Feel strong in those legs. One more. Last time, breathe up. Bring your hands to the mat, frame the feet. Gently push back to your down dog and pedal. Now if your legs, especially if you join me for the weights this morning or the cardio class, your legs might be starting to hang. That's okay. Bring your eye gaze to your fingertips. Let's bring the left leg in. Gently does it. Your option here to bring the knee to the mat if you need to. Stay in the high lunge if you can. Push back to the heel. Gently lift the chest and eye gaze comes up. Sink into the legs where you can. You're breathing. Eye gaze up if you have it. Bring the hands behind that body. Interlace your fingers. Lift and open the chest. Bring the eye gaze up. Stay with the legs. Interlace the fingers. Bring the arms up. Now I know this is challenging. Bring it forward. Push back. Lean if you can. Breathe. Breathe in. And bring the hands back to frame the foot. Push back. Down dog. And then into child's pose to bring the knees to the mat. Soften over. And breathe. Take a moment. pushing your weight into your hands, we come back into our down dog. Lift the hips. Now we want to try and reach our foot, our little tippy toes, all the way to the ceiling, all the way to the sky. Then we bring our eye gaze forward and our knee in towards our chest. Gently bring your knee to the outside of your mat. And we're moving into pigeon pose, so stretch the back leg back, untuck the toe, and you can rest here, but don't swing out of your back. We're going to ease into it. Now, everybody's different and there's a level there for everybody to get. So bring your hands down if you have it available to you. And if you can, bring your head to rest on your arms. And breathe in and send the breath all the way to the hip. Now if you want a little bit more, reach your hands away from your body and forehead to the mat. And if that's just too far, come up. You're doing so well. Now very gently push out onto that hip to roll around, bring the leg around. Now we're going to try it again, but first we're going to have to come back to our down dog. So lean forward, push back up into the hips. Now this time the left knee needs to come in to the nose, angle towards the outside of your mat and gently lean back. Don't rush it. Now gently come down. Find the area that challenges you, but that there is no pain. You don't want to fight the pain. You want to breathe in and go a little bit less. Find the breath, the stillness. And gently breathe in, bring the hands back towards your legs. Unhook the foot and come to hero pose. So we're sitting up on our knees, and we want to bring our knees a little bit wider apart. Make two fists. And we're going to do a camel stretch. Now this is quite a tough one, so you really got to listen to your body, and we're only going to take it to the very start of the level today, but if you've done it before, you can go further. So the feet, you want the same distance between your knees and your feet, okay? So your feet are directly behind. We're going to bring our hands then onto our hips, but you're going to face your palms down, and you're going to gently use them to guide you into the right position. So you want to try and bring the elbows in behind the body and place your hands onto your pelvis. So from here, bring the elbows, draw them in together. Lift the chest, breathe in, and we're going to start to push, gently guide the hips forward and gently open the throat. Don't fight it. Now if you wanted to go a little bit further, lift that chest higher, gently lean back and reach your fingers for your ankles. One or both, lift the chest. Always working. One more big breath. Actually make it two. Now as we come back up, bring your hands to your hips. Gently push your hips forward and then push and bend to bring your head to your forearms and rest. And a camel pose really is a heart opener, and lots of people will feel emotional during that pose or directly afterwards, so that is normal. Just observe it and just let it go. Don't let it consume you. Then gently bring your feet in front to Padamottanasana. So feet nice and long. We hinge from the hip and we breathe in and we stretch over the feet like a wave. Now feel your low back. Don't tug out of it. Breathe in. Gently fold in if you can. Breathe in and slowly come up. Well done. Now we're going to bring our knees, our feet flat on the floor, and a nice, very gentle recline twist. So arms stretch out, bring your knees to the right hand side and your eye gaze to the left. To feel that twist and to really get the most benefit from it, make sure that you're anchoring your shoulder on the left hand side in towards the floor. Sinking and melting it into the mat. The knees are stacked and you create a stretch across the full back. Bring the knees into the center and gently let them flow to the other side. Eye gaze across to your fingertips. Bring your knees into the middle. Wrap your arms around. A nice gentle stretch. Up and stretch them away from the body. Reach the hands overhead. Bring the hands out to the side of the body. Open the palms and bring your heels together, opening your feet. This is your Shavasana. 1 minute to rest. Let's do a little, just 1 minute. Really get the most out of your practice today. So as you breathe in, feel the chest lift, your heart is pumping. And as you exhale, let the body sink into the mat. It's okay to feel the emotions of the day. Feel the emotions and the heaviness within your heart. But observe it and then let it go. Don't let it take over, consume you. You're not your mind. You breathe in. Big exhale out. Start to bring some movement into your toes, into your fingertips. You can rock your hips back and forth, side to side. You can bring your knees into your chest. You can stretch your arms back out over your head. And then gently roll on to your right hand side. With your eyes closed, gently push up, leading with your heart as you lift. Find your Yana Mudra and bring it to your thighs. Close your eyes. Our sankalpa for the rest of the day is to be kind to yourself. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you. Well